test day here at Lincoln Park Speedway, also known as Putnamville by everybody else. Putt-Tucky, if you really know. So we're down here at the track doing a little testing with the Engler Ford, which is actually the EA Stealth. That's what we're calling that. You heard it first here on TmezTv. Get that thing some laps and just make sure we don't have any problems. So excited to be down here at Putnamville. Didn't get to race last weekend. Looking like rain this weekend. So some horsepower therapy coming at ya. Looks like my steering wheel's crooked.
This was the second practice of the day. Every time we came off the track, he would go water the track. This was one of the best hammer down sessions I had, where the track was pretty good. The curb was not really built up quite yet, so I was still kind of moving the curb where I needed it to be. The track is really nice into one. It is getting ledged up off of two. The backstretch is a little bit rough for the right front, like it's kind of hard to get it to turn. So I use a bunch of different approaches to flick the car into three. Just getting the feel for this thing, getting some laps. A lot of the time I run through the middle, I'm just kind of like running the motor half pace. Watch the right front to make sure the thing doesn't pick up a stumble. Watch it again. Wheel speed, because I entered above the cushion. And with this shot, listen to the wheel speed on entry and where I placed the right rear. When I'm getting close to the curb, throttle is down. Adjustment. I roll that thing forward and it softens the sway bar like 25, 50 pounds. So now this thing is hooked up. It has some side bite and it's not as stable on the ledge, so I'm gonna rip the lip. Because the track's going away and I'm trying to feel this thing out.
When you go to practice, there's no issues. Go racing, we've had little problems, but right now everything looks amazing on this thing. So I'm gonna change a little bit of the setup. I was on just a baseline setup, and because I'm not racing, I feel like I can go ahead and talk about the setup. So just flat off the blocks.
I decided to change my mind on giving away the setup for this day. I did record what I did for the day and how the changes went and all of that, and I feel like it could be really helpful to a lot of people, but I can't just give that information away. I'm going to start a membership portion of the TmezTv where I do 2 informational videos each month. Like how we set the car up on this practice day, how I square a rear end, some of the technical sides of when to change the race car and setup stuff, and a place where you can talk to me. The list of information that I am full of is endless when it comes to open wheel racing, and I want to help people, but I can't just give it away to my competition. I'm working out the details on that. Back to ripping the lip. One of my favorite shots right here. You can really just see where I'm placing the right rear, and that is so much of racing dirt cars, is placing the right rear in the moisture and in the right place on the track.
One of the toughest things about getting any experience or laps or trying things is when you go to the racetrack, you get practice. You're lucky if you qualify, heat race, feature. You just don't get a lot of opportunities to try things, and so we we're testing this motor. We took some gear out, we put some gear to it, changed some stacks, changed some fueling, put a different pill in the stumble valve, and I'm not exactly sure what they're doing, but I kind of told you what I was doing with the car. Car seems to be really good. Things really curbed up, and I want to send it so bad, but it's just a practice day, so no need to tear this thing up. We all know I can do that. Did that the last time we ran it, so just getting laps, doing what we can do with, you know, just kind of learning what we can with this Engler Ford, so Engler Stealth. Let's go check out this curb. Spiker did such a great job. Slick to a curb, just the way we like it. I mean, this is a real curb here, okay? This thing off of 4. So there's my hand, and it's double the length of my hand there, so. All right, that's a foot tall right there. We started down here, and once the sprint car got out there, we moved it up, and out here ripping the lip, living my best life, doing what I love to do. Hey, as always, thanks for watching TmezTv. Thanks Dave and Joe and Lacey and Chuck and everybody over at RMS Racing for getting everything ready and getting the car out here. I think it's like $600 to rent the track here at Putnamville, and just getting some experience with this EA Stealth, making sure we don't have any issues the next time we go run this thing. We're gonna take this thing down to the Extreme Outlaw race next week up in Kansas City, I think. I'm not very good at looking at my schedule. I've been pretty busy editing videos lately and trying to keep TmezTv busy.
You just saw how big the curb was, and you can see the track is going away. We have tightened the car up and whatnot, but it's just a practice day. I'm really just trying to run laps to make sure this thing doesn't spring a leak later in the session or whatnot. But it's T-Mez, so I'm out here sending it, having a good time. This is my typical POV shot, and I found a little extra. Tell me if you like this down below. It's kind of weird. It's a GoPro 7 and a GoPro 9, but pretty cool shot. A little bit more stable than the helmet cam. It's all about ripping the lip, because ripping the lip is momentum in the slick, and you can just build momentum up there. It's the bigger circumference, which is why I like to rip the lip. The bigger circumference allows you to run more speed. It's all about going fast. That's my thing, and also banging the curb. I love that. It gives the car a launch. You're flirting with turning the car over. I am on the verge of crashing Dave's $50,000 race car, and I love it. I absolutely love it. Let's just back it into the bottom. Oh yeah, just because. Roll the thing out of the throttle. Let me see if the fuel catches up to like pick up a miss, and then I'm gonna try a different approach. I like to back it in, but I'm gonna go ahead and run the top a little straighter because it's so slick, and use the curb to kind of hold me in, and just trying different styles. I got practice day here. I got nothing to lose other than gaining some information for me. You can see it got a little tight there. I'm fighting it. Oh yeah, floated it through the slick. I'm gonna bang the curb there. Nope, nope. Cheated it. Just practice. Woo, yeah. Yeah, buried in it. Oh yeah. I was gonna end up 4 wheels above it in turn 3, so I went ahead and just went to the bottom. Decide to reach over and let some rebound at the left rear. I typically always reset the left rear shock outside of the car and set it the way I feel like it should be, because when you're in the car you can let it out and it not have any rebound. So now let's try that out. Flirting with disaster. Oh yeah, I love it. I love it. I'm telling you what, my heart is pumping right now watching the footage. I get so excited about racing midgets and dirt cars and just ripping the lip. Fight that thing. Oh, it's it's just practice, and I'm flirting with crashing the race car because the only way to test it is to really push its limits, and that's what I love to do. And right about the time I'm sending it, the thing picks up a miss, and it's out of fuel, and thank goodness it didn't do it when I was buried into the curb because I could have turned it over.
Out of fuel?
It might be.
We probably are.
It kind of coughed funny.
Yeah, we just ran 5 gallons that time just to see.
Well, that's a wrap for the day. Chuck just said we turned 90 laps, put a bunch of laps on it, 15 laps at a time. Changed the header, changed some stacks, changed some fueling settings. Man, the car was really good with what I told you guys on setup. Just kind of snugged it up a little bit, but I didn't want to get it too tight because of the curb. And as you can see, it was curbed up. So, but great day, productive day. And as always, thanks for watching TmezTv.